All right, after much thought, conversation, research, and changing our mind 100 times, we decided to go against using a vapor barrier. And again, we have no idea what we're doing. What up, team? It's another day of the van build. Last episode we put this fan in and we finished this floor back here. Now we're going to be working on some insulation, and this is kind of the part of the build where we absolutely have no idea what we're doing. Remember, if there was an instruction manual on how to do this perfectly, trust me, we'd be following it, but this is kind of DIY, figure it out yourself, all the above. So here we go.
Right now we're just prepping some of the insulation pieces that we're going to use. We found like a bunch of flat spots on the van ceiling mostly. We're just prepping, making the most of our time right now.
We got this material called insulated. It is basically like a sheet of fluff, like cotton balls, and it's got a black plastic backing that we're going to be able to easily spray this adhesive onto and stick it right to the ceiling. It's supposed to be pretty easy to work with. Again, we don't know if there's a right or wrong way to do it. We're just doing it because this is what our research is telling us. Follow along right now, click subscribe if you're interested at all in how well this works. Alright, this is an important part of how this process goes. I want to just document this. So we don't know if it goes black side out or white side out. So we are just Googling it. So then this is how we also find it out, is we just go on YouTube and we see what other people do. That's mostly black out and black out, right? Black out there, whatever. So it's simple as that. Well, I don't know, so we just see what most people are doing, and that's about it.
Whoever made this product kind of knew what they were doing. It was really easy. Welcome to day 2 of our installation. Yesterday we did the 2 wheel wells and then started like stuffing up in there, and this is what the scissors did to me while I was cutting the insulation. So we are not using these lights, so we're taking them out and we're just gonna detach it. And yeah,
and I have these bike brake cables here. What we did is we poked it through the insulation, and I was able to feed it through this tube here and pull it right out the bottom where I wanted it to end. So bada bing, bada boom.
Because as the insulation starts to like expand, it comes like pretty flattened in the package, and it even said it's easier to cut and install like when you first open the package. But we started it yesterday, and then already like you can see this has already expanded like to an inch, and when it came it was like flattened, so it just makes it a lot harder to stuff. So these bike cables so far have come in handy. I had already tried using like tweezers and maybe like a string, which the string's just not like strong enough to push through, but this so far has been working pretty well. So welcome to day 3 of our installation. We didn't really record the days when we were doing the other parts, so we're gonna try to do that now.
Well, we have these things called jobs. Even though it might seem like we're unemployed based on our YouTube videos, you know, we can't actually work 24/7 on this like we'd like to, nor could we afford to. So, you know, you gotta take some breaks to go do work. Ugh.
So there's many reasons that we chose the Ford Transit, but as I'm starting the installation, I'm finding that compared to like the Mercedes Sprinter and the Ram ProMaster, the Ford Transit has like so many more like little pockets and stuff, so it's a lot harder to get insulation under here and like in these little crevices and stuff. So I am finding that to be pretty difficult, but we're gonna make it. It's gonna be okay. Installation day
5, 4, 5. Who knows?
We only get a few hours each day.
So subscribe right now if you support our dreams of not having to work anymore, because we do not want to work. And subscribe and like and comment. It doesn't matter what you comment. You could comment poop fart, and it will work.
No, we do want to work. We want to do meaningful work.
My time in this life is precious. I don't want to give it up just so someone can have a bigger number and who doesn't actually give a fuck about me.
We're doing some of our leftover king span on the ceiling like I had mentioned before, and we're gonna see how this glue it holds up.
And you're gonna need some jack stands or a jack that stands in order to hold it up.
And here we have our beautiful little setup. This is Jack's camera tripod, and we're in the infancy of putting up our king span, and the glue like needs to set, and I think it takes kind of a while, so I need to figure out something better for this, because I could put up like a bunch of these. We're gonna do them all on the ceiling, but then I need some sort of like beams or sticks. I'm aware that this is very jank, but hopefully it'll work.
We're stretching it through that hole all the way here, and we gotta slide it along this beam, and we're gonna try and pull it out of one of these holes or this space, but we're just barely holding it in there like that. We had it in this hole, and now we're gonna try to get it in the next one. We were able to just make a one continuous piece go all the way through here and down this barrier wall, all the way to the corner like this. It was super frustrating, but we feel good about having this one straight piece there, and now, after almost killing each other twice, we're on another one.
Today is an exciting day. We have a new project. We just got our window in. Okay, it's upside down, but that's okay. And yeah, show the people.
It's gonna fall.
That's a little sneak peek. That's all you need to see, but we're headed to Home Depot because we need a few things for the install, because we really want to do it today. That's the one.
Alright, so first what we gotta do to install this window is make like a template. We're kind of wishing that Artic Tern would send a pre-made template with the window, but, you know, perhaps they want to avoid like liability stuff. I don't really know, but I think it'd be really helpful to get a template in.
Jamie. She's hidden like camouflage. Right in there. Jimmy. Psst. Hi. Come here. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that's thunder. There's a storm brewing. We will not be cutting a hole in the van today, but we do have other things to do before that anyways, so.
Do you hold this?
So the Artic Tern windows, they don't come with like a frame. Like you need to choose your window thickness. We chose the 35 to 44 millimeter wall thickness, not window thickness. And then you have to make your own frame. So we're making ours out of wood, but you can also do like metal, aluminum or something. But you gotta get the size right, and we just don't have like the right tools to cut wood like straight. We just have a jigsaw, so the good thing is that we were just saying it's not for like sealant purposes, so it's not sealing anything, so it doesn't have to be perfect. We have to get these to be right angles, which will prove to be difficult because these edges aren't like completely straight. All right, that's our wooden framing. It fits super snug in the inner metal trim ring, and then that's the window there, and we're just in time because it's literally about to rain. So okay, so we're using this cardboard cutout as a makeshift like van wall basically. So this side of the wood is going to be like attached to the sheet metal, so I'm just going to use this 3M like mounting tape, which is really strong on that to like attach that. It's another hot day.
It's another hole in the van day.
Yeah, we're putting the window in today. So let's see what we got. Chin snips to first get these support things off. They just cut me.
Because if you use like an angle grinder or something, you're going to get a bunch of metal shavings in here, and you're already going to get a lot from cutting the window out, so we're trying to minimize that.
Oh my god. I'm trying to be proactive here and make a little shield because we realized we already got metal shavings like in the little parts of the van where like the insulation is, and now we're just trying to prevent that because either way there's going to be metal everywhere, so trying to make cleanup less work.
Our first cardboard cutout that you saw me making was not up to standard, and this is something that you really don't want to be messing up, so we are now making another cutout. Now we have it lined up and we're just tracing around it, and our window is going to look like that. The DIY aspect is tough. It's a lot of nerves, especially when you don't have like every tool. You know, it's kind of about how much you trust yourself to do the right work. And
we're no strangers to cutting holes in our vans because this is now our 4th cut, but every time it's scary and I don't want to do it. But the end product, it's always worth it so far. Bang. Well. Oh, looks pretty good. And we're just gonna fit the window right now because we don't have enough time to do anything else.
I have to go to work. We got the window basically all fitted in. Now we're just prepping the edges here now that we're pretty sure we're done cutting, and we're gonna fit the window, put the frame on, and seal it all up, and should be good to go. Yep. Keep going. I'm not seeing any leaks. What up, everyone? It's now the next day. I'm out here, I'm just putting some Loctite on the end of these bolts, putting them back in the window, making sure we got that nice seal. Water will test it, and then we'll probably put the shade on. Screen. Blackout.
Yeah.
Now, just because that window's in, that doesn't mean we're done with this episode. We still have a shitload of insulation to go, so gotta keep on grinding at that while we can. But yet again, it's another day of work, so.
Welcome to another day. It's super sunny, but like only 65 degrees right now.
The weather turned for us.
It's gonna be fall soon. We're really excited. But that does mean we need to keep moving, chugging along on our van build. And we're super caffeinated, so we gotta get this work day a-going. So for the framing, for like weight-bearing stuff, like cabinets, and then just like our walls, we decided we're gonna go with rivets. So we bought a riveting tool and like a few riv nuts, but we've researched a lot about vapor barriers, and there's just so much information out there, and everyone like has their own opinion and does it differently. And at first we were gonna do like
maybe like a tin can and just like vapor barrier the entire thing. And then we found like other people were like, well, you can't prevent moisture either, like no matter what you do, like there's gonna be moisture somehow, some way. So like the best way is to just have good ventilation, which we couldn't have 2 fans because we didn't find like a good one for the back that would fit that like between the beams. So we only have one, but we have a window back there and like it should be, yeah, like we have a few windows, so it should be fine with that.
My understanding of it is that there's no right answers, so we're gonna do a method that, you know, based on all our research we think is right. And if you're interested in how it turns out, make sure you subscribe, and down the line, once we're in the winter and this thing, we'll let you know if it works.
This is Jack's coffee. I already had mine today, so the first board that we're doing, we have a 1x6. That's going to be like one of our weight bearing ones for the cabinets. Basically, possibly putting cabinets like all along here for the kitchen here, and then over the bed for like clothes and stuff here. And we're going to use all these holes, which are all M6. Wait, these are M6, right?
Yep, that's just the size.
Yeah, these are all M6. Okay, so we just put a few rivets in for this long 1x6 that we're gonna put across this whole space, and we just like we put like screws in here and then like slammed the wood into it to see like where to pre-drill the holes, and then just like fit it on here. And now we're gonna put this strip of vapor barrier over this and then put the wood onto it.
All right, after much thought, conversation, research, and changing our mind 100 times, we decided to go against using a vapor barrier because we kind of determined that unless you have it perfect, it's really kind of ineffective and could be more harmful. So we decided not really waste our time and money on it. We did already buy that Reflectix material, so we're going at it this way instead. We put this on like big major surfaces so that it could reflect the radiant heat. Whether it's cold on the inside, keeping it cold, bouncing back and forth, hot on the outside, vice versa, just bouncing it all back and forth. And we're hoping that that will help maintain the temperature that we want in the van. And we're really only using it for that and not attaining any vapor properties with it.
We didn't film earlier, but we had to document that we are done with the installation officially.
Can't believe it. Long process. Sticky process.
And look at the sunset. Wow.
Fuck yeah. Fall is coming.
Up a little.
Still 79 inches. That's
and you're 77.
2 inches to spare for me, yeah.
Alright.
But I'm probably an inch taller when I'm laying down.
I was working all day, but I wanted to get like a few hours in tonight before the sun goes down, because last night I was trying to work when it was dark and it just wasn't working out. But the past 2 days, me and Jack have kind of been like in the van like on and off different times just because of work. But turns out the whole using like the Doyle for the rivets, it's like quick and easy in theory, but it's proven to be very frustrating because the rivets keep like spinning out when I'm trying to put the screws in, because if you don't have the screws like perfectly lined up with the hole, then it's like it spins out, or it's just really frustrating. So I'm having a tough time, but I've helped today.
Yeah, I haven't gotten fired yet, but almost, so.
Never mind. I don't think I can get through that. It's some thick metal. I mean, I think that's pretty stable. That was the smoothest one so far. Like, kind of getting the hang of it, but...
We're back. It's a beautiful evening. Putting some more Reflectix up to keep that radiant heat in here. And again, we have no idea what we're doing.
You know what I've thought of though?
What?
Like, that person that commented, like, you know, good luck with the Ford, like, we prepared to have no money buying the Ford Transit. I was like, damn, we spent like so much money on this thing, and then now we're spending so much time on it. What if it like shits down?
The answer to that question, folks, when you get to that stage in life, fuck, I'm chasing my dreams, I'm getting so far. What if I work so hard and it all shits the bed? you just keep going. You wipe, you flush, and you have another day. All right, so.
We had a new method. We used some paint to mark where to drill the holes, so we're about to find out if that made it easier or not. Alright, that one in the easiest so far, so looks like that paint was a great idea. It was my idea. Side note, this pocket jig tool is my new favorite thing. It's so satisfying and really easy. Easy peasy.
Boom, we're back. I know this video is probably all over the place, but we've just been having such an inconsistent schedule, but we're almost done with the frame. I'm just gonna put in 2 pieces that we're gonna be using as a main weight bearing pieces for the bed, and then that's really it. So again, we're no professionals, but there's kind of on YouTube and the internet, there's kind of like a lack of thought processes and reasoning behind like these decisions that you make for the van. Like, so much of it is uncharted territory, and there's really no one right way to do anything. So I figured I could just yap a little and share our process here. So I'm 6'5", which is the main reason we bought the Ford Transit instead of anything else. See, I can still stand in here even though we've added some flooring and some roofing here. And I also wanted to be able to sleep sideways, which was a big ask, but we knew with the Ford Transit and the flare spaces we could do it, but we would need to be able to utilize all the extra space given to us by the flares. Some people just put the flares in and then, you know, they're not really sleeping there because not everyone's 6'5" doing van life. So either way, this is our solution. So when we cut out the flare spaces, it left this lip here and it goes in. See how my, you know, maybe 2 inches there, right? And I think on this side it gives you like 3 or something like that, a little bit more, right? That's valuable space for my toes. I mean, I need that. So I need to be able to stretch all the way from this lip to here. And if you can see on this side, we need our basically the bottom of our bed to be here so that I can use all that space. And in order to do that with some strong pieces of wood, we realized that a 1x6 kind of riveted up right here will provide a flat surface all the way across. I cut these pieces of wood to length, and I made sure that like this side right here is perfectly flush with this side right here. That way, whatever we have on top of it that slides should have kind of equal on both sides. Now, again, I'm no architect, just kind of the problems we had, and this is our thought on solving them. So, yeah. All right, I've got both pieces for the bed in, one right there, the other on the other side right there. One of the problems you have building the van is that you're never on like a perfectly level surface. So using a level for your measurements, almost useless. So you have to find the same things on both sides to measure off of so you have a consistent reference. Or what I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna use the level on my phone that reads like angles and degrees, and I'm gonna make sure that the whole bed is resting on the same 2D plane. That's really the best I could do. Make sure there's no change as I kind of measure across it. So what I'm doing is I have this board here. It's gonna be like my constant, right? And it rests on both sides like that. And I should be able to set my phone in the middle on left side, right side. And as I maneuver the board all around like this, it should read the same thing no matter where I have the board. So I'm reading like -1 degree over there with my phone like that. So let's see if it's consistent the whole way down. -1, -1. I think that'll do. This feels like a really big step. Really big step. I mean, we're gonna keep the sides here kind of soft. Feels good. I mean, I don't know, it's a lot of work to get to here. We got bump outs, and I can officially lay down flat with my feet even, you know, I don't gotta keep them up like this. I can rest my feet. And once there's pillows here, I'll have a window to look at. So there you have it. I mean, I'm just gonna finish up here and put some supports in the bed, but I know this video's been all over the place. So has just life. Work got busy the last like month or so. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna finish up here. You know, we gotta end this video at some point. I think the framing is done, you know, mostly. It's time to move on to the electrical system next. I'm not sure if Tosh will want to add more to the video, but I just figured we could find a good spot to end it here, and in case we don't do that later on. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're going to be doing electrical next time, building out a Ford Transit. It's all about pushing your mental, challenging yourself, taking on big risks, and you know, you get some nice rewards that way. And yeah, so I hope everyone's having a great day. Bye bye.